Hey everyone, Casey here from Clientric. This is the first video in our new series talking about law firms and some of the pain points you might be facing. In this video, we're going to be talking about spreadsheets being all over the place. You having to use spreadsheets all the time. Now, this could be because you don't have a unified system. This could be because you've grown and scaled to a point that you have all these different documents in all these different folders, whether it's Google Drive, OneDrive, any drive, it doesn't matter. This is because that there is no unified system. There is no congruence between all of the different applications that you're using. So this means that you need to really sit down and map out what you want your system to be. Do you have the ability to add these links into certain areas or add different spreadsheets around that actually makes sense? If you're having to click too many times, that's too many wasted minutes being spent moving around, inputting data, that kind of stuff. So you need to really think about what that system looks like, start looking at new technologies to see if it's even worth it for you anymore. This is our second short video on law firms and how you can maximize technology in your firm. Now, today I want to talk about paperwork. Everyone hates paperwork. If you do not have a paperless system in place, you are behind your competitors. There are many firms out there that do have paperless systems. Maybe you are unable to go fully paperless, but there is avenues you can go through to make sure you do have as much of a paperless system as possible. One of those is DocuSign or Zoho Sign. All these online e-sign applications are so much easier to use. I highly recommend you look into it. You also have the ability to save all of your files as PDFs. You can note them down with different criteria so you can search in them later. If you don't have a proper document management system, you are wasting time. Your firm is being as inefficient as it possibly can, and it needs to be more efficient. So a proper document management system and a proper e-signature is going to go a long way to helping you out. This is our third short video in our series for law firms talking about your systems and your technology. Today, we're going to be talking about invoicing and what you can do to improve that. Now, most of the time, people have a invoicing system. Maybe it's not very good. Maybe you're not happy with it. Maybe you're having difficulty following up with your clients. Maybe you're having difficulty getting bills actually paid, receiving checks, things like that. So you need to look at an online system. If you can also include online credit card payments, that is going to make your system so much easier. So that's the first thing I would recommend you look at, because it's going to save you a bunch of time and a bunch of money in the long run instead of having to follow up with these people. Now, if you're not getting paid on time and you need to send reminders to yourself, your team, I would set reminders to make sure that people are following up, or set up automated reminders as well. Lastly, just make sure that you use an online system. It's so much easier. There are many that are out there and highly recommend you look at a few. If you have any questions, let us know. This is our fourth video in our short series for law firms talking about technology and your processes. Today, we're going to be talking about timesheets because everyone hates timesheets. Depending on whether you're down to the 6 minutes or 15 minutes and you are on paper having your team write this down every moment, stop it. They hate it. It sucks. You hate having to go through it and scan it in. It's a bunch of data entry for your team. That's a waste of time. It's a waste of time for your team to have to go through and manage every 6 minutes, every 15 minutes. It doesn't matter what they're putting in for client work. Stop doing it. There are online tools that allow you to do this. We've actually created some for the Zoho system that allow our clients to track time accurately based on the client work that they're working on. So we highly recommend you do that. You can also just have your team input manual time entries. This is going to save you a bunch of time manually moving data around, but also at the same time, it's going to allow you to pull reports on it real time to make sure your team is doing what they need to do.